In Money Watch, Facebook is asking some U.S. banks to hand over detailed financial information about their customers. As detailed in this article by the Wall Street Journal, the move is an effort by Facebook to offer new services to its users, including the option to buy and sell goods, as well as check bank account balances through the social platform. Deepa Sitharaman is one of the writers of that article. She joins me now via Skype from San Francisco. So, Deepa, thanks so much for joining us. I actually thought that Facebook probably already had some of my banking information because, you know, sometimes you click on a product that pops up in your news feed, or they have that whole thing about if you want to donate to a charity. I guess they don't have enough of it because they want more. So why do they want it?
So the main thing is to build features for Facebook Messenger. For Facebook, what they get out of that is you use Facebook Messenger more often. And for a bank, it's so their customers feel like it's a more convenient option for them. So that's kind of it. They wanted to build services. They wanted to build options. Things like, hey, what's my checking account balance? Or how much did I spend on restaurants this month? That kind of thing.
So then how much information are we actually talking about?
So we're really talking about two types that we know of. One is checking account balances, potentially, and the other is credit card transactions. And so this is the stuff that happens not just on Facebook, because you can buy and sell things through Facebook Messenger, but also off Facebook. And that's a big difference. I mean, the vast majority of our credit card transactions occur off Facebook. So that would be pulling in a lot more information into this through Facebook servers to help support some of these services.
So you mentioned what banks would get out of it, what Facebook would get out of it. What about consumers? Is it just basically more ways for me to spend money that I don't have?
I think the pitch from Facebook is, hey, your consumers are already here. You know, there's over 1 billion people that use Messenger. And then use it very regularly. Why not just have this convenient add-on feature and this ability for them to interact with your bank just on Messenger, since they're already there? And I mean, you can kind of see why this would be a little attractive. I mean, who likes waiting on the phone, waiting for customer service when you just have a question about your account? No one. And so this would help circumvent that, right? You'd be able to directly to a bank.
So then how are the banks responding? Are they sort of interested in this sort of thing? You know, one of the banks that I deal with, I remember it took sort of forever for them to allow me to download my card onto my phone. And part of the concern was about privacy and security. But it was so infuriating because all of my other friends could just sort of swipe their phone. So I'm wondering if banks are kind of feeling pressure to get involved in this sort of stuff, this social network stuff, or just sort of expand more.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, people are less likely to download an app, and they're less likely to download your app, especially these days. And it's easy to, I mean, if you found that infuriating, you know, multiply that by hundreds of millions of customers potentially. You know, they want to be convenient, they want to stay relevant. So for them, the banks, this is a big part of just being where the customers are. And there's a lot of customers on Facebook Messenger.
I got to tell you, though, when I first heard about this story, made me very nervous. Facebook is already dealing with some privacy-related scandals, and the idea of one platform knowing so much about me and then getting my information put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm wondering just, you know, what is the expectation in terms of how the consumers will embrace this or not embrace this should they move forward?
So the first thing to remember is that this is still hypothetical for a lot of banks, and this is opt-in. So you don't have to do it. So those are, I think, the two biggest factors that would help consumers in their privacy. But, you know, you're right. There are a lot of people who feel the way you do. Poll after poll shows that people don't really trust Facebook with their data. The company has taken all these steps, you know, to talk about privacy, the importance of privacy. They have a new privacy product team that tries to, you know, buttress privacy and across all of its products and create new products that can help people feel more comfortable on Facebook. Their executives are out there talking about new privacy settings. I mean, they are talking about this issue a lot and really trying to change their image, but it's hard. Consumers are still worried about the company. So it's a challenge.
You mentioned that this would be sort of an opt-in sort of option, but sometimes we've seen with Facebook in particular that when there's a lot of your friends have sort of information about you, they somehow also are able to sort of glean who you are. I know it's different with banking information, but even if you opt out of it, should that mean that your information is protected?
It should, and but that's a good question. That's one of the many, many questions that people have about this particular service, and how they would be protected if they opt out. It's to be seen.
All right. Deepa Seetharaman, thank you so much.